If you're a parent of a teenager, you know keeping your son or daughter happy while you're on vacation can be a challenge. My guest is psychotherapist Russell Heiken, and he is here to talk about teenagers and travel. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
So we know a teenager's idea of vacation can differ greatly with what their parents have in mind. What do you do to ensure that everyone in the family has a good time?
Well, I think before even planning that trip, you want to have a conversation with your kids about what they might like to do. Then you, as a parent, go back and generate some options, present those to the kids, and then let them choose that final destination. That promotes a sense of ownership of the vacation, and there's no complaining about the destination then.
And what type of activities should you be planning for?
I think it's not so much what type of activities, it's how you should be planning your activities that's important. I say ask the kids to plan a day and make them responsible for everything, the logistics of transportation, food, give them a budget to work with. But in order for this to work, the parents have to really commit to this idea because, you know, your kids may ask you to do something slightly out of your comfort zone.
But as you said, it really gives them a sense of ownership as opposed to my parents aren't giving me my space. They're telling me what to do when I feel like an adult, a semi-adult at least.
Exactly. You know what, in turnabout's fair play too. I always recommend that the parent try and spend some alone time with each one of their kids as well. That promotes family bonding. It mixes it up a little bit and makes for great dinner conversation at the end of the day.
You know, I think about National Lampoon's Vacation with Clark Griswold while he's with the family, but it really, I think people can relate to that of how everything can just spiral out of control if you don't think about each other and what they want to do and what you want to do and compromise, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also important to maybe lay some ground rules so you don't have things spiraling out of control. I always like to say that all the home rules apply. You know, that means, you know, no cussing, no drinking, no leaving your clothes on the floor. Of course, no hitting your sister like the Griswolds.
Right.
And it also means talking about time, what time you expect your kids up in the morning, what time you expect them home in the evening, and what time you expect them to be with you.
And I had read that, I think it was AAA that said more people are traveling this summer. So the idea of, like, you know, the Griswolds and a family vacation where you're actually driving in the car, I mean, these tips can be beneficial to a family.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And really some advanced planning goes a long way. It lets you address issues before they even begin.
Someone had recommended that sometimes you can bring a friend. Does that sort of diffuse any possible issues? If a teenager can bring a friend along? Well,
I think, you know, sometimes bringing a friend can be good, but also this is family vacation. This is time for the family to bond together. And so if you plan a vacation with some great activities, some downtime and relaxing time, everybody will really enjoy spending time around each other and make some great family memories.
Now, if the vacation is centered around a trip to the grandparents' house and the teenagers are dead set against it from the beginning, what advice do you have?
Well, first off, you're the parent, so they go. And you just tell them that. But also I think all those same rules that we just spoke about, those apply. Have the kids plan a day. Give them some downtime where they can be on their own. And just tell them, you know what, you're expected to spend time with your grandparents. They care about you and they're important to us as a family.
All right, Russell Heiken, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.